All right, I was muted on Facebook and YouTube, so we'll start from scratch. All right, so hello everyone. Just let us know where you are coming from. All right, so if you're tuning in for the first time, this particular episode is done weekdays at 2 p.m. And the reason for that is it's due to the coronavirus. So there's two things you can do during this time. I have lipstick. Two things you could do during this time is either to watch Netflix or to get up and create something new of yourself, learn something new, learn new skill, and just enhance your existing skill, or start a new business, which is what I'm suggesting. Most people to do, start a business on the side, because one of the things that the coronavirus has taught us is that we are not in control of our, how should I call this, career, right? But what we can do is to pivot in a way that we could have a better handle. All right. So in terms of, let's say if you're working for somebody else, I definitely suggest to start something part-time and to start creating additional income stream, as we all talk about the multiple streams of income. But it's good to have one thing narrowed down and then go on to the next phase. But one of the foremost important things to do right now, if you are a business owner, is to learn how to sell and marketing, which is what these videos are all about. All right. So these weeks, now it's week 3. This is video number 20 or 21. We'll see. If you want to check out, I've got some response to where to find those videos. So this is number 21. Go to YouTube. You'll be able to see all the videos. It's on the different platforms as well, but check out YouTube, my YouTube channel, my name, Ruth Dorsainville, and you'll be able to see all the videos leading on to number 21 in video. All right. So what we're discussing right now, we're discussing sales and marketing strategy, because it's very important that people that are currently have a business or that are currently looking to start a business or to know how to sell and market. Because if you don't do sales and marketing, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. All right. So a little about myself, if you're tuning in and don't know who I am, it's the first time you're tuning in. My name is Ruth Dorsainville. I've been in the recruiting and staffing industry for the past 18 years. I'm business owner for the past 11 years. However, I have worked in other industries as well. I've actually run and managed a bar in Manhattan. That was quite interesting at the age of 27. So I've actually got a company that was nearly bankrupt and turned it around. They were making about, I don't know, $1,000 a night in Manhattan, Hell's Kitchen, New York. And I've turned it around. They went from making $1,000 to $10,000 one night. So with no experience, by the way, no experience. I didn't have any experience whatsoever. And I was able to turn the company around. How? By acquiring people that did have the knowledge. All right. So that's key. So I've done a few things in my career. Like I've done a lot of stuff, from selling newspaper before recruitment. I sold newspaper door to door. I was a model, walkway model. My first job was a model. What else did I do? Immigration consultant. So I actually went to court and fought people that were in Canada, but that came in under asylum and they needed to stay. So I went to court and fight those cases. So I've done a few things around my life, and I've always loved everything that I've done. Like whatever I do, I always give 1,000% and just love it. If I don't love it anymore, I move on to something else. It's as simple as that. So I've tasted various industry to understand that there are certain system that works for all industry. It's like when you're project manager, you know that when you're project manager, you could build that particular system or that project management formula to other businesses, right? So it's the same thing that I'm teaching you guys right now. All right. So in my recruiting and staffing company, started off in 2009. Back then it was called DNA Medical Staffing. I used to recruit doctors and help them work here in Canada. So these were people, it was a great opportunity. These were doctors that were doctors back home, but
when they came to Canada, they couldn't work as doctors because they had to go back to school and they didn't want to do that and start from scratch. So what we've done, I've actually worked in partner was Government of Canada, and we helped them to go through a 9 months probation period, and after the 9 months, they were able to actually start their own practice, right? Which was a great. That's how I started my recruiting and staffing business. All right. Started off as a one-woman show and went on to having an office as well on Wall Street. All right. So from one-woman show to over 44 locations worldwide and over 1,400 partner worldwide. All right. I mean, within North America. Sorry about that. But I did have some other offices in Asia. But anyways, and also we were the Inc. 500 fastest company to work for. All right. In addition to that, we worked with, name it, all the big names, Goldman Sachs, like all the banks in New York, we had them all, including Canada. So we were one of the largest, actually, North American fastest growing company. All right. So when it comes to how to be able to do that, well, how I was able to do that was first at the age of 19, I've picked up books and I'm doing what you're doing right now. I've listened to people that have, gone through what I was looking to do and that have set the stage. That way I was just studying their work and I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, right? And that's one of the things that, a lot of people still do. And, and I think for the most part, I'm going to try and be more appreciative because not many people pick up a book to learn things. So if you don't do that, and I think that would be the best way to get started is to pick up a book in terms of finding out where you want to be and how this person, through their story, through their video, how can they help you to get from where you are to where you want to be. All right. So I'm setting the stage right now because of what we're going to talk about later on. So the fact that I'm giving you guys my credentials and there's much more, but is what I'm setting the stage on, because I'm actually going to be talking about how can you present yourself and create and let people know about your credential. But we're going to get there. All right. So now what we're discussing today is copywriting. All right. So again, this is video number 21, and we are discussing copywriting. Now, in terms of copywriting, it is very important to understand that we've talked about yesterday that words are very powerful. All right. So the first thing that we talked about is to have a powerful headline, and the powerful headline is actually an ad to the message that you want them to read. All right. So your message should be so strong that entice them to go and read your message. All right, so that's the goal of a powerful headline. Okay, now we're going to talk about the content. What should be on the content of that actual message? All right. So today we'll talk about how to use problem solution openings. Okay, because it's very important to understand that. Why? Because there are two major factors that human being respond. It's pleasure or fear. Okay, Tony Robbins calls it pain and pleasure. All right. Let me give you guys an example. So basically what it means that people make decision based on if something is going to give them more pleasure or eliminate the pain. Okay, that's in everything in life, every single thing in life. All right. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say you want to lose weight, which most people want to lose weight, right? When you want to lose weight, okay, you see this. Everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to have, but we all know all you need to do is to get up, work out, eat well, and just never stop. Be consistent. That's all you have to do to gain, to lose weight. Right. And then you come across a piece of chocolate. Right. And then why do you eat it? And you want to have your 6-pack. You want to, why do you do it? Do you do it because you rather, not eat so that, you could lose weight and you could look good? Or you're going to eat it because you freaking love chocolate and you just love chocolate. And when just the taste of chocolate just really makes you feel good. Right. So most people, not all, most people that doesn't understand the pain and pleasure will go towards eating the chocolate to feel good. And later on, of course, they're going to regret it, versus saying, you know what, the pain of eating it and removing yourself from it, and also saying that, you know what, I actually want to be in my top shape. So I'm actually going to, I wouldn't say starve, but stay away from sugar, which will be painful. Most people will eat the chocolate, period. Okay. Another example that I could give you is, let's say, I'll give you guys an example. Tony Robbins. Okay. Well, first, let me give you guys a power principle, because this is where I'm leading to a power principle. All right. So the main thing when you're doing pain and pleasure, you want to expose a problem, expose it. What is the problem? And you want to agitate it. You want to agitate the problem, and then you want to provide the solution to the problem. Okay. Let me give you guys an example. Tony Robbins. How many of you guys know Tony Robbins? Say I. Anybody knows Tony Robbins? Yeah. You already forgot us. How did I forget you guys? Can we do both? Well, Kevin, have your friend, have your cousin watch those videos. And sorry, I'm responding to a text. So somebody is saying that their family member is lost their job and things are going really bad. So what I would suggest, okay, it's great. So Kevin, is your family member, are they watching these videos? And by the way, after this week, next week, we're going to learn how to start a business from scratch. And then we'll be able to start from the beginning till the end, right? So somebody was saying that we've got a family member that's really not doing good, and they're not doing good at all. So they were just saying, how can they get over it? How can they become more, how can they be of service? So my suggestion, Kevin, is to, starting next week, I'm going to start a new video, have him join the video. I'm going to teach people how to go from zero to making money right away. Okay. And there's many ways right now that you could actually make money right away. Okay. So I'm actually going to also post, check out my link. There's two things from health and fitness. There's two things that I'm going to add on my link, because I like to be more focused, but I'm going to add it today. One of them is called DNA of Health. So how to create a business by selling product, but there's no upfront cost. Okay. So they could start right away. I'm going to put that in there. It's going to become how to become a direct sales agent. And another one is how to become an affiliate marketer. Okay, watch those two videos. It's going to be on my link later on after the video, and you could pass it along to your family member. So for anyone, guys, that's looking, that has somebody that's going through a rough time right now and that don't have the money, I'm going to post two new link on my link, RuthDNAlinks.com, and it's going to show, one video is going to be on how to become an affiliate marketer. It's a free webinar, but you'll have to pay for it afterwards. If you want to move forward, you could do that. Or I have another one, which is free of charge, where you could start right away, which is to start selling other people's product. Okay, and you could start right away. All right. And there's many other ways. So just ask them to also log in, go into my email funnel, because I do help my database in terms of how to make money. And I send them videos on a regular basis on how can they grow and create an income right away. Because you could start making money right away. And you could do so with no money, just by starting to sell other people's product. Okay. You could do it quickly right away, but you need to have the right mindset first. Okay, mindset is very, very important. Okay, very, very important. All right. So let me answer some questions here. You must be kidding. All right. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. Okay. So I'll put the link. And then you'll be able to get started right away. Okay. Beautiful. I just wanted to answer this question because it's very important. And I know there's a lot of people, that's why I started these videos for free. It's because I know a lot of people were hurting. Some people are fortunate to be able to navigate through this. Like I started my business in the middle of the financial crisis, 2009, 2010. That's how I started my business. And that's because of my mindset, right? In terms of everybody was asking me, what the hell are you doing? And I was going to New York. Like, don't you know that there's a freaking recession? Honestly, people needed doctors, right? I was in actually a field that people needed that service, right? So even right now, there's people that need certain things and you could help them. So focus on what do people need and how can you be able to be of service. And that's basically how you make money. Someone needs something, you're here to help them find a solution. Okay. And there's also another affiliates that I'll send it over to you guys. Send me an inbox me. I'll send you a link and it's great. It's great. I mean, there's so many ways. There's so many ways to make money. It's unbelievable. Okay. So just, inbox me and I'll be able to send you those links. Okay. So keep strong and you're going to be just fine. All right. And thank you for asking. Now, many people ask for help. They feel that it's thank you for being humble and sharing this. All right. So all right. So now we're going to talk about so we talked about the power principle. Okay. So in order for you to be able to create a problem solution openings on your copywriting, on your ad, you have to be able to use, again, problems, expose them, and then be able to find a solution. I'll give you guys an example. Tony Robbins. Who know Tony Robbins? Say I with thumbs up. Who know Tony Robbins? All right. Who know Tony Robbins? All right. So Tony Robbins, basically what he does is that he tells people one of the story. You know how Tony Robbins started? He started, if you look at his story, he says, you know what? I was depressed. I was in despair. And I gave up literally everything. I used to wash my dishes from the sink, washing soap opera every day. Now to being living in a castle, right? And helping millions of people around the world, right? So what he's done is that he created a problem, he's exposed a problem as to where he was. And many people are there. Tony Robbins was a janitor, right? If you guys know Tony Robbins, Kevin and sorry, Rich, do you guys know Tony Robbins? Do you guys know Tony Robbins? Okay. Tony Robbins started as a janitor. Tony Robbins was a janitor. He didn't have much at all. Okay. And I would encourage you to look at other people's story and to see that, you know what, they've started, if not lower than where you are right now, but they just kept going. How? By feeding their mind. That's the number one thing you need to do, is to feed your mind with good stuff. It doesn't matter, tell you the truth, if you go and start a business, if your mindset is not right, you're going to self-sabotage yourself. Okay. So we know it's a very important, thank you guys. It's very important to understand that mind is everything. What information you put in your mind is everything. So before you start a business, before you do anything else, it's very important that you put yourself in the right environment to help you grow. That includes having a great, having positivity into your head, so tune in each and every single day and learn from those particular videos that I'm doing. Having positivity as well as somebody guiding you is important. In addition to that, all you have to do each and every single day is do your part. Do those daily actions, right? But at the end of the day, if you have good information, positive information into your head, you'll be in much better place to be able to overcome whatever your situation is. Okay. And if you want to be happy right away, it doesn't matter where you are, find somebody right away to help. Okay. So basically, you could be in a rock bottom. First step, find something positive to listen to each and every single day. I would suggest to watch The Secret. Watch The Secret. Go to YouTube, watch The Secret each and every single day. Understand the power of your mind, understand the power of your thoughts, understand how energy works, right? Second, find something that you want to focus on. Okay, so now you're going to start doing affiliated link. It doesn't cost you anything, and you could get going right away. All right, so I would start doing that. And then, find the right group as well, people that are going to keep you accountable, right? Find the right system. And then fourthly, help somebody right away. Who else can you help in this journey so that you're not alone and you're not only able to learn once, but you're learning twice, once by doing, another one by teaching. And this is a formula of happiness and fulfillment. By being able to help somebody else, you're transforming life. And this is what abundance is all about. All right. So now, but watch it each and every single day. Okay. All right. So now, these writings, copywriting, you could do in all types of form. It could be right here through live video. It could be through brochure. It could be through email. You could do it in many different forms. Okay. So now once you have, let me give you guys an example of solution and problem. So let's say you are running a recruiting and staffing company. All right. No, let's say you're doing I'll use you guys as an example. Let's say you are doing affiliate marketing. Okay. So let's say here, I'll give you guys a perfect example of a copywriting. So the headline would say, how to start a business during the COVID-19 period. How to start a successful business during the COVID-19 period in 30 days without having any experience. Okay, that's the title. Okay, now the subtitle would be, or whether you're young, old, and whether you know computers or not, you are able to these strategies will help you to this strategy would help you to create an online business with no money at all, and you could start right away. Okay, so the title, how to start a business during the COVID period within 30, and be successful within 30 days, and then with no experience required, and you could get started right away. All right. So now one of the copywriting would be like this. Okay. What if? Just thinking out loud. So I'm going to use the problems. Okay. So you might be right now on your couch watching Netflix and wondering, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay my bills? I've been out of a job for now 30 days. I don't know how to feed myself or my family, and I have no idea how to get started. I'm nearly bankrupt. I have absolutely no money to my name. And you're probably wondering, what's the worst that can happen, right? And then now you're going to find a solution. Okay. You could say, imagine this. Imagine if you could help your family right here, right now, with a business that requires no money down, just your time, and by maybe investing 1 hour each and every single day in order for you to grow your online successful business, right? And then you would give certain points. Okay, all you've got to do is click on this link, watch the webinar, and you're minutes away to financial freedom. Okay, that's a little bit of example. Okay, all right, that's a bit of example. All right. So now in terms of being able to help other people, what did that specifically do? Okay, what did that specifically do? That basically help you understand, okay, this is where this person is right now, and how can they be transformed? And they could be transformed by being able to see what's going to be the end result. And the end result is being able to start a business with no money right away and be successful at it if they only apply these specific steps. Okay. All right. So now one other thing that we need to talk about as well is I'm going to give you guys a second point. So now we've talked about how to find a solution, problem, openings, and now we're going to talk about credibility and trust. Okay. So now you may not have a business and people are going to ask you, what's your credibility and what is your trust? Right. And you have to be able to build trust. And even if you don't have the credibility yourself because you're starting, by selling other people's product, they have done all the homework. They have done all the work. So you could always leverage from those particular company. Okay. So if you do have experience, if you are a business person and you have experience, you must tell people why you are qualified to earn their business. If it's not you, then the person that you're selling the product from, why are they qualified for you to represent this particular business? Why should they trust you? Right? So you have to make them aware of your expertise, knowledge, or credential, or the person that you're selling their product, their knowledge, their expertise, and their credential. Okay. So if you have been in the field for the longest, tell them. Example, I've been in the recruiting staffing business for the past 18 years, right? I've been a business owner in many different, I've been business owner in the recruiting staffing industry for the past 11 years, right? Consulting as well, the past 11 years. I've created, about 5 different programs, one of them called Millionaire Recruiter Program for a few years. So if you have expertise in the field, tell them, all right? If you are a consultant to the stars, tell them, right? One of the ways that people get credibility and trust is to work for somebody else. I wouldn't say for free, but yeah, as an intern. So right away, you're able to say, I'll work with this person. Like Gary Vee. If you guys know Gary Vee, you'll understand that people are working for him through internship and with no experience. They're coming in, they're working for free. But by the time that they finish working with Gary, everyone wants this particular person. This person went from being quote unquote, no one knew this person, to everybody wanted to work with this person. And this person had zero experience, zero credibility. But now that they work under this particular person, people just want to be able to work with somebody that has worked for that person. Okay. So that's very, very important to keep in mind. If you work for Fortune 500 companies, let people know. Okay, I've worked with Fortune 100 companies, right? So let people know. If 28 doctors recommended this particular product that you're selling, tell them, right? If you turn your company from bankruptcy to a multi-million-dollar company, let them know. Okay, I went from, example, managing a bar that made $1,000 a night to $10,000 a night, right? So if you have a degree, tell them, right? I've actually studied in Bachelor of Commerce, Rice University. So you got to tell them, right? If you own and learn from various businesses, tell them. I've learned from many, many, many businesses, because in the recruiting and staffing industry, everybody needs recruitment. Everybody needs talent, right? So to be able to be a consultant to many different companies, it's something that definitely helped, right? If it took you 15 years to find out the specific thing that you're selling, let them know, right? So I've been in the recruiting staffing industry to know that, this is an industry that's never going to end. You're always going to need some people. All right. So these are some examples for you to use. Okay. So use your stories on how you became a success, or if you have a story with this particular item yourself, let people know about this particular thing that you've had. Okay. All right. So do you guys have any questions? All right. So let me just look here. Okay. Okay. We're planning to start selling seawater to people and rename it as magical salty water. What is it? I don't know. I believe in if you feel it, Kevin. So I was planning on starting seawater. if you believe that this is a product that you believe in, then go for it. It's all about your belief system. I don't know this product. I've never, I don't know. I do like it. I do like it, actually. I think it's a great idea, because what kind of water are we drinking now that are in the bottle? We're drinking water. So somebody's asking if they could start selling. Well, I'm not going to tell you a secret. I'll let you do that. But I think that it's a good idea, because the water that we're drinking right now from the bottle is a water that's been boiled and whatever, right? So I think it's a good idea. But start there, and you know what? Just don't stop. The main thing is not to stop. Emotion is based on motion. If you're sitting here and not doing anything, you're going to feel lousy. You're going to feel like shit. Okay. You want to be able to move consistently and just never stop. Okay. If you have a solution, if you have an idea, go for it. Try it. That's the only way for you to be able to know if it's going to work or not. All right. No. So yeah, if Tony Robbins used to be a janitor, now he is the number one in the world, personal development in the world. Okay. He owns an island. So can you imagine going from janitor to owning, he doesn't own an island. He owns a resort in Fiji Island. Okay. Anyways, I've met him. He's an amazing guy. And I remember when Tony Robbins, definitely, I changed my life, of course. But since the age of 16, I've read a book called that's a great book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Okay. That book really, really helped me. You could probably get the audio on YouTube, if you can afford it. But this book really, really helped me to really not be worried about anything, because it really taught you that it doesn't matter what happened in life, you will overcome that. That was my first personal development book. I absolutely fell in love with it. And ever since then, that's all the book until now that I've been reading. Right now, I read about one book a day through audio, but it's very important to read books. So after that, Tony Robbins, I was 19 years old in New York. In Toronto. And if you look at my YouTube video, you'll be able to see the story of how I came across this book and what changed my life. So I came across, it was 3:00 in the morning. 3:00 in the morning, you can't sleep. And I came across an infomercial. Okay. So remember back then, infomercial, anyone that knows Tony Robbins knows this. It was a 3:00 in the morning infomercial. And Tony Robbins wanted to change lives. That's what he did. And back then, people thought that I was crazy to do what I did. But I was actually working at a great job for other people's point of view, but not from my point of view. From my point of view, I was actually suffocating. I was actually working at a government job in Canada, which is what everybody in Canada wants. They want to have a secure job full time. So I had my pension already taken care of. If all I had to do was work there for 20 more years, and my life would be set. All right. In addition to that, I was making a lot of money for my age. I was only 19 years old, and I was making a lot of money because it is in the government. However, I felt empty inside, because I knew this was not my calling. Like, I knew I was meant for 10 times more. Right. But my career, my job didn't allow me to be able to do so. Right. So at 3:00 in the morning, I saw an infomercial of Tony Robbins. And back then I didn't have a credit card, and I just called them and I wrote a check. And back then you could write a check, send it over. And it took me 3 weeks or 2 weeks to receive my cassette at that time. So I did. I started to listen to this, and it absolutely changed my entire life. Everything was clear. Everything was clear. I've designed the life that I wanted to have. Right. So it's all about, first of all, knowing what you want out of life, and it's all about having, as Tony would say, a compelling future. If you're sitting here and you're thinking about, okay, what am I going to eat today? Or what Netflix am I going to watch today? It's not fun. You don't want to get up in the morning. It's boring. Right. But if you get up each and every single day, and even you could start from nothing. and start doing videos each and every single day, and you're bringing values to people, or you're getting up each and every single day and you're doing one thing that's going to get you towards the goal that you want to have, it gives you something to live for, right? So have a goal, but make it big. Start dreaming. Make it big like kids do. When kids are dreaming, they don't stop. They want it all, right? So write a dream as to what you want and just write it all, right? In terms of what you want to accomplish, all right? So, and I had everything written down. I knew exactly how I was going to get it. And each and every single day I got up with passion. And I went from being not, to sleep late at night to getting up first thing in the morning and working out at 5 o'clock in the morning with a personal trainer. Okay. So, and I've been using the same technique each and every single day. I still get up until today, early in the morning, and I have my trainer first thing in the morning before I do anything else in life. All right. So that's the power of books. Okay. But you have to understand the people in my surrounding did not have that kind of knowledge. They didn't know what I was doing. Everybody thought I was crazy. Actually, no one supported me when I decided to quit my job at the government, my full-time job at the government. No one supported me. When I say no one, I mean absolutely no one. Everybody thought I was crazy, but I went with my guts, I went with my intuition, and I went with the coaches that I've hired that helped me along the way to achieve my goal. Okay, so don't listen to anybody. Listen to your inner guts, and always go for your dream. Don't settle for anything less. And it's all about happiness. As long as you're happy doing what you're doing, go for it. All right. All right. Okay. And guys, it's very important don't do the self-pity. Okay. Don't do self-pity. I understand that things are going, what is my biggest failure story? People wants to know what's my biggest failure story. I would say, I'm going to be honest, I don't have one. Okay. The only regret I would say that I have is, I wouldn't say regret, but if I were to have one, it would be that. While I was traveling, so I'm semi-retired. Okay. And I'm semi-retired, and I find that it's not a good thing. I think retirement is not a good thing. I think that you should always be working towards something that you love, even if it's painting, writing books. I think that the whole goal of just sitting on the beach and doing nothing, it's not a good thing. You're not stimulating your mind. You're not growing. You're not, contributing to society and humanity. I just don't think that I've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of sitting on the beach while I was, traveling for the past 3 years. And I think that, don't get me wrong, to me, failure is being on the beach. And I wrote a book during that time. So I still wrote a book, which is coming out in the next year. But to me, it's not failure, but I know that I could do 10 times more because I have very high standard for myself, right? So one of my, I would say, biggest regret, but failure, but this is the only thing that I would say that I wish that while I was there, I would have done more. I would have been more strategized and accomplished more. And that's because I have a very high standard for myself. Okay. But that's just me. Okay. I own the world. The world is mine. No, I do not know the famous speaker. Okay. Okay. All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free again to go back to those videos if you need any help. So starting next week, we're gonna talk about starting a business from scratch. It's called the millionaire training. Actually, it's not a millionaire training. I cannot take that name. Somebody else is using it, and I know her, so I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna call it the Millionaire Business Training. The Millionaire Business Training. I'll figure out a name, but I do have a club
called the Millionaire Recruiter Club, and it's only for people that are looking to start a recruiting and staffing company. I'm going to help them step by step on how to be able to do that. All right. So starting next week, or as soon as the copywriting is complete, we'll be able to discuss how to start a business from zero to whatever freedom number is that your freedom number is. And the freedom number is a number that you that you require not to have to work, that allows you to be able to travel from anywhere in the world. All right, guys. So this is Ruth signing out, and I'm reminding you that success is in your DNA. Take care, guys.